Well, it looks like a nice day to do some combining. I'm headed to one of the tractors that we spread fertilizer with now. I've got to get some data off of it. The display that's in that tractor, we use in our planting tractor too. We've got a 2600 display that we were using for planting because we don't need section control on that. My brother was spreading fertilizer with a 7730, and he had a 2630 display in it that had section control on it. We had trouble with the 2600 display that we had in the planting tractor. We only use that 2600 in that tractor for planting when it's running the grain drill. I had the other 2630 display that we have in the chopper because it uses the video port on the back of the display to transmit the cameras that are on the chopper to the display, and the 2600 displays don't have that option. So anyways, we had trouble with the 2600 display, and my brother had to use the one 2630 to go back and forth between spreading fertilizer and fall applying fertilizer to hay ground and the grain drill. So I've got to get my information out of that display. I actually have to report our actual planted wheat acres for this fall. So I got to compile that data and get that ready to ship off to them. Now the planting tractor, that does have JD Link on it. That information will go to our, well, it's called My John Deere. It will send that information to the cloud, and then that goes in our My John Deere account. But the 7730 doesn't have JD Link on it, so we have to shove a thumb drive in the side of the display to get the information out of the display. The 2630 or the 2600s have a data card. It's a flash drive, or that's like a wide card, not as commonly used anymore. Thumb drive's a little more universal. You know, it's easy to carry a little easier to carry one of them around with you, and you can have other information on it as well. So we're going to be pulling up to that tractor here in a minute. I'm going to shove my thumb drive into there, get the information off of that display. I'm actually going to run. It's not too far away from coffee shop. I'm going to run over and grab a coffee, mosey on to the combine. I wanted to get that information going. We've actually got potash that we want to put on corn ground this fall, and we've got prescription recommendations for that. I don't want to dump my prescriptions into the display until I get my other information out of that display. It's going to be too much information, and I might potentially lose the planting data for the wheat ground. It's unfortunate that 2600 had any problems, because now I have to compile that information from two different sources, and it's just a lot of monkeying around. But I don't want to lose this information that I have on the 2630 display either, so might risk that when all those files get dumped into that display for the prescription potash application. Well, we're sitting in line at the Dunkin' Donuts drive-through here. The field that I'm combining in is halfway between here and home, so I stepped out a little ways, and gotta get a breakfast sandwich here and another coffee. I've got a coffee with me, but it's about 3/4 gone, so half gone anyways. Yeah, there's always a line at these Dunkin' Donuts, that's for sure. I could have went in, but I wouldn't have been able to video. Well, I could have, but I don't want to walk inside the store here, the restaurant, whatever the heck you want to call it, with a camera in my hand. So I gotta transfer this coffee over into a safer actual travel mug. Oh, you got freaking too much in here. You got too much in here. I only made one coffee at home, and wow, I did that without spelling it. Only made one coffee at home. That's about half gone. Load that in this cup. Drink that one. After I drink this one, I'll dump the rest in here. There. And that gets rid of the spill cup. Alright, let's get to the field. Now it's just a little after 7. Daylight savings time here ended last night, this morning, which I kind of like the daylight savings time a lot better than I do standard time, because it just gets too dark, or it gets dark too damn quick at night. And you know, the daylight savings time, we should just keep that time. Yeah, we gain an hour in the fall, but we lose an hour in the spring as far as turning the clocks back and screwing around. We go a half hour. We turn the clocks back a half hour this morning, and then tomorrow morning we'll get that other half hour. So it'll be actual regular time tomorrow morning, so we don't screw the cows up too much, and we kind of do it that way, and then we have to do it again that way in the spring. As far as things go, daylight savings time is a lot better than standard time. Instead of it getting dark at 5:30 at night now it's going to start to get dark at 4:30, especially as time goes on in the fall here, before the days start to get longer. The days are getting shorter and shorter now as it is. So, the old time right now is actually 8:15, and as far as the getting the daylight earlier in the morning, I mean, it doesn't gain us anything. It was supposed to be for the farmers, I think, but that and save on energy and all that crap, but it doesn't. Okay, that display didn't end up being where I thought it was after all. So, alright, we're in the 7290 now. The display wasn't actually where I thought it was, and my father brought it back from the tractor it was in, so this is just getting booted up here now. Once it boots up, we'll shove the thumb drive in it. Now this tractor's got the other display in it too, but this does not do mapping. It'll do auto track and all that other stuff, but it will not do mapping. We've got section control. It's still loading settings. We've got section control, and that time is wrong. That time is an hour off. It's actually just shy of 8 o'clock here. Alright, that's done. That's done. Accept. Now it's going to let us shove this thumb drive in. Alright, we need to export data to the USB device. And what we're going to do is we're going to name this 7290 out 11/4/2018. Maybe I call it wheat too if it'll let me. I don't have enough characters to do that. Actually, I'm going to cancel that out. 7290 out, no spaces, wheat. And I'm just going to put 11/4/2018. So I had enough characters to do that. Except begin transfer. So while that's doing that, we're going to run over and get our grinding stuff going here. Alright, that truck's running, airing up. Just going to run over here and make sure this 4320 will start this morning. It didn't want to start yesterday morning. Check the oil on that. That's good. That is dead. So they're going to have to bring the battery charger up for that. I run down to the shop. These guys should be done with chores. I gotta talk to them. Well, that display is downloading the information. Talk to the guys in the shop. Have a couple of ideas what's got to be done. Today, and then we can head to the field and get the combine going. I've got the combine running right now. So here's a 2600 display here, and this one has a, very carefully set that down, a flash card, or it's got a different card. I have to be careful here. Transcend compact flash. So all the information on this display is held on this style card. There's not as convenient as the 2630 display, you know, using a flash drive. So that's got that style card in it. Okay, this information is not done yet. That is still transferring that data, and I need to get going. So we'll give that a couple more minutes here. It's slowly moving. I can get a pickup truck filling up with fuel anyways. Well, while that's finishing up, we'll get this fuel going in. Well, that's not quite there yet, but it's gaining. A lot of data there to transfer. Okay, this data transfer is finally done. Hit accept on that, pull my thumb drive out, cover that up, turn my key off. Now we can head to the combine. Gonna get this mess cleaned up here today. Up at the fuel pump. That's full of fuel. Take that up and fill the 8110 up. It's on the push hog up to Fassler's. But it's real muddy. Don't pull off the road. Just park on the side of the road and then either pull the tractor over on the other side of the road where we were loading trucks, or you can leave it where it is and feel it right there and just come down that driveway a little ways. Leave the air compressor hooked up to it. We might need that later on today. I'm hoping I don't. There's really no reason why I would, but you might as well leave it hooked up. Sarah's going to bush hog here in an hour or so. She's going to finish up there and come to where we're at now. And then when you get back to the shop there, you can start cleaning up that shop. Sarge is supposed to wash that red Diller trailer. Get the junk cleaned up everywhere. There's a bunch of pallets up by the dumpster. You can get them burned and start cleaning up stuff around the buildings. He could spread box stall and refusal. I don't imagine whoever's running that spreader is going to be running it too much longer. Okay. Yeah, we'll see ya. Hello? Yep. Hey James, I just got a phone call from one of Lynn Scott's drivers just after I got off the phone with you. And he's running low on fuel. He had something wrong with his fuel gauge or something, and he realized he's about out of fuel. He's right down there by Orchard Valley Golf Course. So that'll work out pretty good for you. Just give him like 10-15 gallons. Alright. Yeah, we'll see ya. And just after I got off the phone with James, he's going to run up and fill the bush hog tractor, which is in a Tisco. One of the drivers called from just right after I got off the phone with James. One of the drivers that delivers us sand called. He had an issue with his truck wasn't quite running right. He didn't know what was going on. He thought he had a plugged fuel filter. Well, the damn fuel gauge isn't working for him. So he's low on fuel, and it just happens to be James is taking fuel to the bush hog, which is only about 1.5 miles, 2 miles away. So that couldn't have worked out any better. Get them guys fixed up and going again. So yeah, it could have been worse if I didn't have a guy right around there to do something like that. You know, we're kind of going in the other direction, doing corn and doing everything else. So that happened to work out just right. So we're on our way to the field now. My nephew, he is already over there. He's going to run the grain buggy today. He's got a dump on the grain buggy, so he's going to offload that onto the truck. And then we're going to get combine. And I got one of the other guys that's going to cycle trucks back and forth. Joe, he's going to dump them into the roller mill. Nate's going to run the packing tractor, packing corn in the bump. So we'll see what else we get into today. Hopefully we don't have any other events going on other than just combining. So I almost want to think, or I hope, that this is just going to be a short video. I'm just going to show a little bit of combining and that's it. There shouldn't be anything else going on, I hope. So if anything else, thanks for watching, folks. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. If you have any kind of comments or anything, drop them down below. If you like this kind of video, you know, go ahead and hit the like button or the tab or whatever. Share these videos on other other means of social media. Spread the word, do what you can, help me grow this channel. I really appreciate it, folks. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you at the next video. Okay, I'm actually adding a little bit more to this video. Running down a dead-end road here. It's going to be a little quiet in here, so we're not running all that fast. I got a little tiny field down in there. There's a right-of-way to get down into it, that little grass strip. So we're going to do that field there last. It's only about 3 acres, and I hope that we don't mud up the yard there that much. So that's why I want to do it last. But this road ends here shortly, and then there's a gravel driveway that runs down to the last house that's on this laneway here. The field to the left was the field that I was doing during the live stream Saturday night. This is kind of a nice area to be combining here today with as muddy as it's been. I can slow down here. There we go. But as muddy as it's been, we can leave the trucks right on this gravel road, this gravel driveway, and offload into them with the grain buggy. So we've got 35 acres, 30 or 35 acres, excuse me, in this field here to do. This ground lays kind of wet, especially down in this end right here to the right of the truck, down in this little nook here. That lays kind of wet. We might have a little bit of trouble in there, but we'll just see how it goes. This field over here lays kind of wet as well. I didn't have any trouble in there last night at all. There's a little bit of an area there where the water runs from the neighbor's field on the other side of that hedgerow, where it comes across that field. There's actually a pond way up in that, when that overflows, that runs down through that hedgerow there, and then it comes across that field there. So the only trouble we have with this ground over here is spread manure. It's a nice laneway to come down, but it's tough to get the tractor trailers turned around. So we kind of have to pick our days where we can come over here, spread manure. So we'll get up to the end of the road here, we'll get turned around. Fitzy's all ready for us here. I was over here a little bit earlier. I checked the combine out. I got that running, so that's going to be ready to go. It looks like he's ready to go as well. Alright, so we're going to let him get positioned. We haven't got much of a little turnaround here. We can pull up into where I'm backed up into, back out around there, and then we can load on this gravel laneway. There's a turnaround way down at the other end. I did tell one of the drivers to pull into there and back down this roadway, which that'll work too. So we're just gonna get things so we don't have to hook on any trucks today. We do have a chain, a tow chain in that 7200 tractor that's on the grain buggy, but we'd like not to use that. So that looks pretty good right there, and then the empty truck can just come right around. Alright. Alright, let's run to the combine. Bring my ladder around. These little combines with these little 6-row heads. I'll leave my ladder out, and it gets on the corn a little bit when we're on a side hill or whatever. So, well, I think that's going to do it for this one finally. So, take it easy, folks. Well, I just keep finding more material to add to this video. we're just getting going. I haven't quite got a bin on yet. We've got the trucks staged where we want them. I would ordinarily be going around the outside of this field, but what I want to do is open up an area where we can load these trucks. It's kind of some logger type lingo. Creating a loading area or a landing. A landing is what the logging guys would refer to as an area to drop the logs to, load on their bunker trailers or whatever. So we're creating a landing, if you will, or a loading area so I can turn, so my nephew can turn this grade buggy around, because he's going to want to load these trucks from this side so that we're not crapping up this gravel laneway. I don't want to have him continue to go across this gravel laneway here. It's just going to pull a lot of mud out onto it. And I've got 12 rows opened up alongside the trucks. Just going to go down through here a little ways, turn around, go back through the other way, and then I'll have 24 rows for them. It'll be a little bigger area to get the grain buggy turned around. And I'll have a bin on by then anyway. This corn on this side of the gravel laneway is shown to be 29% off the moisture sensor on the combine. I actually have to get out and grab a sample with a handheld unit, but I would have to imagine that once I get into the center of the field here, it could potentially be higher in moisture. So we're just going to keep on keeping on here. Outside of any other events, it's just going to be combining, so I don't foresee anything changing as far as anything interesting other than add more to this video with corn rows going into the combine, and that's pretty boring too. So like I said a little earlier, thanks for watching, folks, and we'll catch you at the next one.